So tell me a little bit about what's going on here in the bedroom.
Well, my ceiling is cracking from the heat and pressure from the people upstairs. So now my ceiling is cracking. Now all of this here is cracks in my ceiling because it has to be repaired because there was a lot of water damage from upstairs. It's been like this for years, and now my ceiling is caving in.
What floor are we on?
The 4th floor.
Oh, you're on the 4th floor. So you're
Apartment D8.
D8. And so you're saying that the water damage.
Yes. From the upstairs, the water has come downstairs into my bedroom, and now it's making my ceiling drop.
And where's the water coming from? Is it from the kitchen, from the bathroom?
It's from upstairs bathroom.
So you know by law your landlord is supposed to and required to paint your apartment. When was the last time your landlord painted your apartment?
When I moved in here, 2008.
So you have not had a paint job by your landlord since 2008. Have you ever asked your landlord for a paint job?
Yes.
And what happened?
But when you call, they always put you on hold. He's not there. He's gonna call you back, and it's just it's an ongoing thing like that. We're gonna go into the bathroom. My floor shakes.
Okay, let's try to see if we can how do we document that? Do you mind like moving around? Because I can say, okay, I can say that we are on. Can you do that one more time, please, for me? That if we can try.
Because
put your foot on there one more time for me, so I can see. So it moves back and forth. Go ahead and shake it. What you just did. So literally, the floor
shakes from water
moved.
damage from upstairs. Water damage.
So just to document this, what we're standing on right now, if you can feel this, is a back and forth. Literally, the floor itself is moving outside of the floor and moves up and down. Is what happens. What else is next?
Okay, let's go to the ceiling.
Okay. And so we can see that there's immense water damage here.
Yes.
And rust.
Every time when the bathroom is being used in the apartment above me, it leaves water damage and it comes down, and that's why the floors is shaky because it was so much water in here that it loosened the towels on the floor, and the plywood is loose on the floor, and that comes from the immense water damage. And this has been going on since January 31st.
I just want to focus on for 2 seconds this huge crack in the floor that clearly someone could fall and hurt themselves and trip. Move that there, and then move that away, please. And we can see that that's clearly completely loose and away from on the floor. I also want to just document over here this part of the
this was a big hole here that they never fixed, and mice was coming up from here, so I had to take some putty and put it there because the mice was literally coming up from the hole because the super left a big hole there and just left and never came back. So the mice was coming up, so I had to put some putty there. I had to buy putty and put it there to fool the hole to keep the mice from coming into my apartment.
I just want to really document. So this, the tenant did themselves and created basically sealed this hole, patched it up. Thank you so much for the light. Sealed this up themselves. So because they were talking about mouse infestation that happened into the apartment, and then this like one more time.
This is falling. You see, this is
falling.
No, look at it's all on the top.
Okay.
Yes,
so like, could you please pick up some of this so we see that it's clearly not paint, and that this right here that we're talking about is like
this is plaster from the ceiling.
Plaster from the ceiling.
Look at this coming down. Look,
Thank you.
It's coming
that
down.
Clearly that this plaster that we see here, there's a whole deposit of it right here, is coming from this ceiling and falls regularly in as the tenant just demonstrated. We're leaving the bathroom and moving into the hallway.
Cracks all in the ceiling. Cracks.
Okay. So
cracks.
Moving up into the ceiling, there's a drawstring here. See that there is some rusting happening with this, but we also see that there's lots of cracking all the way around the ceiling in here. And I think this door is also important. As we can see, did you paint this door yourself?
No, I didn't paint the door. I have had a paint job in 10 years.
So this is clearly has been here with multiple layers of paint. That is just and yeah, it might be very important to see if any of this, you can see and check to see if any of this is like being leaded, but it's clearly like tons and tons of paint that is just being rusted over.
The baseboard is separating from the walls.
So let's just see that. Yep, the baseboard here.
Separating from the walls, yes.
I see that.
See that? Okay, let's go into the living room.
Let's document right here too, and I want you to say that one more time about the fact. So we have this cracking that I documented. Talk again about.
I still have a lot of missing towel because the old super was supposed to come repair it, and he did some and never did the rest, and was supposed to come back and never finished it.
So can you tell me about what are we talking about? Floor tile that?
Yes, I'm still missing floors.
Okay, where is the tile?
But the towel is missing. It's up underneath the bed.
Oh, okay.
It's in the bedroom. That's why I have the area rug there to cover it up.
Okay, so
Because it's missing towel still.
Would it be okay?
So now we're gonna go into the living room.
Thank you.
Okay, lots of cracks in the walls. Lots of cracks. Look here, look, cracking. And if you notice the ceiling is really unlevel because some parts of the ceiling is coming down. You know.
You got water right?
Yeah.
So we're just documenting here in the ceiling.
There's lots of cracks in the wall. Look, cracks. All these is cracks in the wall. Cracks. All in the ceiling is cracks. Certain parts of my living room ceiling is coming down.
Okay. I see all up in there.
Yes, you can get over here too.
It's just making sure that I account for the glare because I'm doing the thing, so I can see this. Everyone can see that there's like cracks on this side. Let's try to see if we can get a good shot of this.
There's cracks all in the corners.
Let's go on this side.
Look, let's go here. There's cracks.
Here.
Crack here,
crack here, crack there, all of that. Okay, and right now that we see that there's no smoke detector here whatsoever. Also, as well as more cracks on this side and this side.
But I had to call the 311, and they bought me they did bring me a smoke detector because I didn't have one.
You put one up there.
Yes, and they bought me one of those. What is the other thing? The
Carbon monoxide.
Yes, they did bring me that. Okay, let's go to the. Yes, the mayor put it up.
There's a hole in there.
Yeah. Okay, look at this here. All this here. Look.
Okay.
This is the wall. Look, the baseboard is going.
I see.
Look at all this. Look. You can see to the floor. Okay.
If you could just give me a little more space, it's just so I can. Because you put your dog's eating. I see. It's okay. It's okay. I just want to get this corner right here. All right, that's great. I got it. Okay.
All that's missing.
Right, and then got this over here.
Yes,
That's behind. And just doing cracks here.
Not the cracks here. Cracks.
So tell me a little bit about like when does the cracking? How does it get worse? Like what are the things that happen?
But there's a lot of leakage on this line, and from every time when it leaks from upstairs, it leaks and it's never being repaired.
So this is all
So it's-
water damage,
yeah,
where a
the
lot of these
majority
cracks
of it, yeah.
are coming in, or that they're actually. Have you had experiences where there was like you had to put a bucket down?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there are moments that that there's also water pouring into your apartment that you then.
Well,
have
it's
to-
not too much water in the kitchen anymore, but it's just more of the cracking because the walls need to be repaired
Right.
because the walls is no good. I've been here 10 years.
Why is this floor so high from the kitchen floor?
But that's the way they did it. That's the
Let's
way.
do this tile right
They-
here. So the other.
Remember, this is the towel that.
This is the
when I
original
moved-
floor. This is this floor.
This is the towel when I moved in here that
They raised the floor. To kind of straighten it out.
Because when I first came to look at this apartment, it was parquet floors.
Mm-hmm.
And I told
What were they? It was
Michelle,
parquet floors?
these are parquet
Yeah, they
floors.
covered with the thing.
Wait, let's bring this back. Why were your floors, parquet floors covered?
When I came here to look at the apartment in March in 2000, I came in February 2008 to look at the apartment. It was parquet floors. I asked them not to put anything on top of the floors, leave the parquet floors. When I got the key and moved in April 1st, everything was tiled.
That's really important.
So, but underneath here is wooden floors.
That's really
They
important.
probably
And
didn't
if you
see-
notice, there's a lot of cracks in the floors too.
Right.
Lots of cracks in the floors, lots of cracks.
And it,
And I have a mice problem, so I had to pull a lot of the holes up myself. If you know, I had to put Brillo and stuff inside because I have a horrible mice problem. And my cabinets, when I moved in,
so tell me a little bit about that. Tell me a little bit about the mouse situation.
oh my, I killed like 5 mice 1 week one time.
So tell me a little.
Mice.
Tell me a little bit about the mouse situation in regard to like so.
If you look, I have a lot of glue traps.
Okay.
A lot of places I have glue traps. Glue traps is two here.
If you
This-
can just if you can move the
Come on back about it.
The dustbin.
yeah, if you can
Move the trash can.
move the trash can, thank you so much. Then we can yes, thank you so much. So tell me a little bit about the extermination in the
You see the
building.
cracks in it?
Yes, I see the cracks. Can we talk about the extermination in the building? How often is the building exterminated?
Well, he does come. He was here 2 days ago,
Okay.
but he gives you glue traps and he gives you the little mice packets. But it doesn't do any good when the incinerator stay full of garbage.
Okay.
But they finally fixed that.
Yeah, but for how long? Look how long it was like that.
Yeah, we were like
We had
7 months.
we had a super that didn't do anything, and he would leave it. It was mice will come out the compactor come right into my door. That's why I keep that them rags there. When I come in at nighttime, I have to put these against it because you see how they come right here. You see?
Can you do that for me, please?
This has to go here every night, or whenever I come in the house. This is what I got to do because I have to keep the mice out of here.
Can you, if you can, thank you so much.
Keeps
If you
the
can-
mice.
With the dog.
Come on, Machiavelli. Come on.
So let's just thank you so much. So we can just document that the tenant is saying that in order to stop mice from coming into her apartment, she then puts basically like a sweater barrier against her front door so that she doesn't have to deal with mice.
Yes. The mice problem is horrendous.
Thank you.
The mice problem is horrendous.
Thank you. Anything else you think it's important for us to document?
You basically got it. I mean, baseboards and things.
I see the baseboard and
Baseboards.
that baseboard right there with the hole.
I really need a paint job very bad, and I need my ceilings to be repaired.
Okay. If you just move your leg, just thank you so much. There we go. I just want to capture that's clearly rotting and clearly needs to be repaired.
Came in here. My cabinets was like that when I came.
How this was like? So this was, can you show it? You have to show it to me. Can you just tip it over so I can see the edge? There we go. Thank you so much. There we go. So that was like that.
Yes,
Do
when
it
I
one more
came
time. Do that one more time, please. That was like this.
When they need to be raised because whenever they was put on, they weren't put on properly, and you see they're uneven. So
Right.
this is down, and this is up. Even this one here is like this here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, look
See?
in there.
You see?
That's
Right.
rotten in there.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, when they came and fixed up underneath here, they were supposed to come back and fix this and patch up there. Where they left the big holes, because I'm able to see.
New cabinets.
I'm able to see the next door. If I take this stuff out and take that thing here, there's a hole right there, and I can look in their kitchen.
So this
Yeah.
is so the
I had to touch it because the mice will come in.
so the tenant is reporting that underneath her cabinet right now is a hole so big that she can actually see into the next apartment.
Yeah, I can see the kitchen because it's the kitchen. And this here too, look. I tried to fix this myself.
You see? So
And you
these
see
and
the
how?
hole in the floor.
Yes.
And if I
we
move
talked
the
about-
stove, it's still, it's
So just tell me, how long ago were these cabinets installed into the
Well, when I came in, when I moved in April 1st, it was
of what year again?
2008.
In 2008. These are the cabinets, and these are the conditions of the cabinets.
Yes.
This is exactly how they were
Yes,
before.
yes, yes.
And so that's the other piece.
They didn't do them over or anything. This
Right.
is the way they look when I came here.
So these are the cabinets. These are the conditions of the cabinets
Yes.
when the tenant moved in 2008. And since then, obviously, they just deteriorated.
Oh, you know, exactly. And it's just been me here for all these years, so.
Okay. How
It's just
long?
been me here.
So tell me, just in a nutshell, how long does it usually take the landlord to make repairs when there are repairs?
Well, I have, Wednesday, January 31st, I had a horrible leak
What
in my
year?
apartment.
What year?
2008. January 31st, 2018, I was awoke to water coming from upstairs to all the way downstairs. And it was coming out of my sink and it was coming out of my tub. The tub was overflowing with water and it was coming all the way down and it ended up on the ground floor. I had to call the fire department because it started actually around 8 o'clock.
And so, with a situation like that, how long did it take the landlord to respond to it?
Oh,
And just because of
okay, that was the 31st. Thursday, February 1st, 2018, I called the management office and told them about the leaking, my bathroom floor and stuff. I talked to Mookie, and it was supposed to send somebody out. They never came. February 2nd, 2018, the same thing, which was the next day, water was leaking from the bathroom all the way down. And there was so much water within my light fixtures. The water was in the light fixtures.
and how long would you say did it take? 3 months? Did it take 3 weeks? How long did it take for?
Well, they did come and fix, but what they did was they came and they, it was here. It was,
They snaked about
they snaked the bathroom sink.
Okay.
And it was here in the sink from upstairs.
Okay. And how long did it take? Was it about a month? A few days?
A few days because I had to call the fire department.
Okay.
Called the fire department like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. The fire department came, and they couldn't really do anything because they kicked in the second floor door, thinking the water was coming from there, but the water wasn't from there. So when the management finally sent somebody, that next day they did send somebody.
After the fire department came.
Of course.
Okay.
He only snaked it. Now remember, it was water coming from my tub that was overflowing all the way down in the ceiling. The water was horrendous in the ceiling. So after they snaked it, they never came back to fix the ceiling. They never came back to fix the floor.
So is it just to wrap up? Tell me in a nutshell, what is it that you want the landlord to do to fix your apartment?
I want the landlord to come and fix my bathroom, repair my bathroom, repair the cracks all on my walls, repair my ceiling and paint my apartment, and fix my cabinets.
Thank you very
That's what I
much.
want.
Thank you very much.